This is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, BA, but I look at the talent disparity between these teams. It's wide and deep. It's a chasm. I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Jackson in at the small forward position. Now here's Morant to the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
Porter, and he lays it up and in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
Payne, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
And Denver making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in the defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. He said Ja Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
Allie, thank you. Blocked! And that'll be Memphis's ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Morant, the pass to Payne. 6 to shoot. Jackson on the wing. And another miss by Memphis. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And stolen by Jackson. Outside Payne. Jackson outside. Here's Edey. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Here's Murray. Pass to Gordon. Jokic with it. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Jackson.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Morant, the pass to Payne. Soft touch off the glass.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
Pass to Murray. The 3 is up. And again, it's Denver missing. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Memphis shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Now here's Jackson. Jackson the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Gordon with a steal.
I just don't love the passing angle there. Might have been better to reset.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Watson's got 5 now.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
And it's Moran off the drive. Kicks it out to Bain. Jackson, the pass to Moran. It's Jackson, high post. Tries again. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
And a nice finish on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Grizzlies trail by 3. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Here's Edey, covered by Jokic. Edey, that's good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Murray for 3. The rebound by Edey.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
Murray against Morant. Here's Watson. No good from outside. The Grizzlies have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Here's Edey. Rebounded by Denver. Now here's Jokic. Can't hit from in close.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away. But the inside area is their territory.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3. The small. Oh, an impossible move! Ja Morant.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
In the paint, Jokic going off.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
Grizzlies lead by 5. Morant looking around on the take. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Huff. Watson with the rebound. Denver has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Brown. Gordon outside. And here's Murray, guarded by Bain. Here's Brown. Shoots over Morant. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Brown's got 5 now.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. Pass to Watson. Fires the 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Give him 8 points now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range.
Oh, my.
Big time right there.
Nasty!
And that's Morant for you. Not settling. When he sees the opening, he goes for it.
Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
Kept alive. Jokic. Murray against Morant. Gordon outside. Driving in. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson on the wing. Defended by Murray. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility. But I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it. As long as it helps his team get the win.
Edie's checked in for Memphis. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Murray from outside. The rebound by Edie. Grizzlies lead by 7. Inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And stolen by Morant. Jackson on the wing. He's scoreless. Outside for Morant. Pass to Jackson. Murray against Morant. It's deflected. It's tipped. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Payne with it. Checked by Gordon. Jackson outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Jokic. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Off the mark there with a 3. And they're on the run. There's Jackson with the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies, we've got Luke Kennard, and it's Clark in at power forward. Westbrook, the pass to Porter. Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, but it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Huff, the pass to Kennard. Clark with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Porter's shot is off. And here are the Grizzlies. Kennard for 3. Fires in the triple.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Westbrook. Jordan, the pass to Saric. 4-3. Memphis with a rebound. Pass to Strother. Out left to the wing. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. 2 points. That one goes. Jordan's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Going inside. High post Clark. Pass to Huff. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Wells. Down low. Here's Pippen, pounded by Westbrook. Here's Clark, banked it in off the glass. Clark's got 6.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Westbrook. Huff pulls it in. Grizzlies lead by 13.
2 minutes remaining.
Clark right side.
2 minutes.
Huff, the pass to Kennard. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
For 3. And it's Porter. That time on the assist by Westbrook. Give him 8 points now.
A true sniper from long range, Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, BA. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Saric against Clark. Saric a screen. Porter from outside. That one doesn't drop. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Huff. Pass to Wells. Porter with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Saric right side. Westbrook, the pass to Porter. Lets it go.
Memphis foul.
And Denver making a change here. Najee's checked in.
First team foul. Checking in the game for your Nuggets. Number 22.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Porter outside. Clark grabs the board.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Right wing. Here's Strawther, defended by Kennard. Outside for Porter. Westbrook, the pass to Porter. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They've done a great job containing. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Nuggets trail by 15. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Hayden Watson is out there with Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Jackson the screen. Morant the pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Outside Bane. Pass to Morant. 6 to shoot. There's a screen. Back to Bane. Wide open look. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 6 assists now in the game. Murray passes to Brown. Picked by Murray. The 3 ball. On target from range.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now here's Morant, defended by Watson. Morant into the lane.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Here's Jokic into the lane.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And here's Morant outside. They grab their own miss. Aggressive take from Morant. Edey for three. Sinks the tray. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Here's the pick. Murray passes to Brown. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Outside Morant. Oh, misses the dunk.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
Murray, a screen on Bain. They kick it out to Murray. The rebound by Jackson.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Pass to Morant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And so he makes both from the line. Nuggets trail by 15. Now Murray. Pass to Brown. Jokic with a screen on Bain. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Murray passes to Jokic. No good on the three. Memphis leading by 15. Morant with it. Guarded now by Watson. We've got 1:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's picked off. Back come the Nuggets on the run. And the dunk by Jokic.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Outside Morant. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Jackson. It's tipped.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the ejection perfectly.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And there is no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ja Morant.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
And here's Morant outside. Offensive board. Pass to Jackson. Jackson on the wing. Clock at 6. And stolen by Murray. Here's Brown, pounded by Morant. And here's Jokic. And stolen by Jackson. And it's Morant off the drive. And then Morant with the dunk. Memphis takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Cadillac DeVille with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink
Tuesday afternoon. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. We've got Green. Tari Easton is out there with Brooks. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the two-guard spot. And for the Nuggets, before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I can always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin, you've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
Thompson against Murray. From outside the arc, Eason grabs the board.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Right side, Green. Out to the right wing. Eason, the screen. Clock at 4. Houston needs to get a shot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. For three, Murray can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. He reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter basketball. Pass to Brown. For 3, traps in the tray.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Houston's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside, Green. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray against Thompson. And it's Gordon missing.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. Murray, the pass to Jokic. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin. And he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it. And he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Gordon finds Watson. Great defense that time from Şengün. Knocks it loose. Pass to Green. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game, willing to battle there for the bucket.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game. Green deciding where to go with it. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Oh, that's terrific anticipation from Jokic, erasing that shot attempt.
Thompson from long range. Gets it from downtown.
4-3.
Knocked loose and stolen by Şengün. Green in the post. Screen by Şengün. There's the triple. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets ahead as they end the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Watson. Houston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Green, Şengün with a wide-open look. And another 3 for Houston.
Solid job of moving the ball by Green, setting up a teammate.
Murray against Thompson. Murray kicks to Watson. Gordon against Easton. 5 to shoot. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Pass to Easton. Now here's Brooks. Misses from short range. The Nuggets trail by 6. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame. He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Got that one up quick. And now it's an 11-point Houston lead.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Brown's shot is off. Houston leading by 11. Out to Thompson. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Brown's shot is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Easton's shot is good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Brown. .144 left in the second quarter. Looking to end the run. Watson for 3. Good on the triple. Watson's got 8.
Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your own.
Here's Brown. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Here's Brown. Pass to Watson. Here's Brown. Fires away from outside. Eason grabs the board. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Tipped away. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Şengün with the screen for Green. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And now, brilliant throwdown. And so we conclude the first half. The Rockets on top. They lead by 13. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Alperen Şengün has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Cam Whitmore is out there with Jayshawn Tate. Then there's Green. Then it's Jabari Smith. And it's Landale in at the 5 down low.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
Second half just getting started, about a minute play. He was all alone on that one. And the Rockets lead by 14.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not getting as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. The Nuggets trail by 14. Westbrook dishes to Šarić. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Šarić has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Westbrook has an exceptional talent for creating for his guys. He sets them up, and boy, they are knocking them down.
Back to Whitmore. Green with a screen on Jordan. Here's Whitmore. Green left side. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Porter in the corner. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Green with a screen on Porter. Here's Smith to the left wing. Here's Landale. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Here's Westbrook into the lane. Porter passes to Jordan. Smith against Porter. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now here is Smith. Scoreless thus far. Puts up a deep 3. Šarić grabs the board.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Šarić has got 8.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look, and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Pops it up for Jordan. The kick out to Porter. Launches a three. Landale grabs the miss. Rockets leading by 12. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't we?
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Jordan finds Porter. And the 3 off target.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And it's Whitmore missing. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a 14-point game. Porter, no luck.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Landale with the bucket.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no, he can't take.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Gets it off, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Houston, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Before in the foul, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And the wide open shot from Green. Good on the 3-point shot.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Murray for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Out to the right wing. Watson, that's for 2. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires from deep. That shot off. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Rockets?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. There's a good screen. Watson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Connects from 3-point range.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Green. At the elbow, it's Şengün. Back to Green. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
Lob pass to Gordon, stolen by Brooks. They kick it out to Green. Here's Eason. Here's Brooks. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Inside, outside, mid-range. Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
From downtown, Murray, no good. Rockets leading by 16. It's Brooks on the wing. From the arc. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 6 assists in the game. Murray, the pass to Brown. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes.
To stop the run. 6 to shoot. Jokic with the screen on Green. Shoots the 3. Brown's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And it's Gordon with the finish.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Green with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. They kick it out to Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. Back to Şengün. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets trail by 19.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Houston.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Şengün.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Thompson.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Watson, the pass to Brown. And here is Murray. Pass to Gordon. Here's Brown. Jokic with this screen on Green. Brown, the pass to Jokic. Over Eason. The Nuggets with another miss. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they...
expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
So the Houston starting five. Jalen Green is out there with Amin Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the center position, filling out the middle. Now here's Brooks. Eason up top. Outside for Brooks. Shot clock at 3. From downtown. Grizzlies with the rebound. Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Jackson left side. And the dunk by Jackson.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Green. Şengün a screen on Moran. Out to the wing. Şengün with it. Jackson in his pocket. Şengün no good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
BA, they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries, and there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Here's Green. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Stolen by Jackson. And here comes the break. And there's the lob. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Now here's Şengün. Out to Thompson. Puts up a 3. Drops in the 3.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game. And if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Morant with it. Now Thompson defending. 3-on-3. Here's Eason. And Houston, another 3.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Morant against Thompson. Looking to end the run. Okay, look out!
Wow! And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Şengün, the screen. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Eason, pass to Şengün. The steal! Oh, it's stolen by Eason. Pass to Şengün. Now here's Brooks. Buries it down low.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Morant surveying the floor. Kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson with a screen on Eason. Jackson gets the bucket.
This is where you want Jackson Jr. going to town. He's got a nice soft touch around the rim.
Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes. He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Payne. Brooks with the rebound. Houston leading by 4. Şengün, a screen on Jackson. Pass to Şengün. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Green missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Payne against Brooks. Jackson with room to fire. Rockets with a rebound.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Thompson's shot is off.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
So, at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Rockets on top. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
So, on the floor for Houston, they've got Thompson. Tari Eason is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Alperen Sengun, and it's Green in at the point guard position. Sengun passes to Brooks. Back to Sengun. 5 on the clock. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Sengun's got 7.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And so it's Moran who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. To the inside, Jackson. Deflected! Moran against Green. Eason a screen on Moran. Green in the post. Pounded by Moran. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Pass to Jackson. Outside for Moran. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. 14 points for him. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Brooks finds Thompson. Eason a screen on Moran. Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. The Rockets with another miss. Memphis leading by 4. But Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Green against Moran to stop the run, and it's Green off the drive. And it's good on the layup.
So quick on the drive. When Green is slicing with confidence, he is hard to stop.
Thompson against Moran. Moran hammers it down hard.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Green against Moran. Sengun a screen on Moran. On the attack, Green. Oh, they get a hand on it. Now here's Moran. He's got 18. Pass to Huff. Back to Moran. Moran with the close range bucket.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Moran against Green. Sengun the screen. Left side Eason. And Moran over to help. Green finds Sengun. Tipped. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Edie's checked in for Huff.
Coming onto the floor for the Grizzlies, number 14.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half of this game. Moran against Thompson. Outside Moran. Pass to Bain. Shot clock at 6.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Eason. Here's Bain. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Up and over Brooks.
And when it comes to defensive wings, Brooks is as good as it gets.
They double team Thompson. And here's Şengün. 3-pointer. They get it back. Outside for Green. Eason a screen on Moran. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Green. Green. Thompson right side. Pass to Eason. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Eason's got 6 points.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Right side Moran. The shot off that time. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Memphis ahead, leading by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court stop. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
We've got Brandon Clark, and it's Kennard in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies' team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
First team.
On the wing, Whitmore, defended by Kennard. Outside for Green. Just 5 on the clock. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Rockets ball.
Here's Whitmore outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. To the paint. Here's Clark. And he banks in the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Rockets trail by 10. Outside Whitmore. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Green in the post. Defended by Kennard. Landale misses. Grizzlies lead by 10. Robbed. Here's Green. And he converts the layup. Green's got his first 2 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Richard, as we've seen, sometimes all a player needs to prosper is a change of scenery.
Well, no doubt, B.A. One of the biggest deciding factors in being successful is how you fit into a system and how you fit in with the players around you. And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Outside Whitmore. To the right side. Here's Landale. They get it back. Tate passes to Green. Smith outside. Clock at 6. Outside for Green. There's the triple. Outside Whitmore. Landale with a screen. Tries yet again. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Clark with a screen on Tate. Pippen, pass to Clark. Here's Pippen. Kicks it out to Kennard. Over Whitmore. And again, Memphis no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Green, a screen. Pass to Smith. Landale with a screen. Takes the three. Smith no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Green, a screen. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And it's hammered home by Green.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Kennard outside. To the inside. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Rockets ball.
Rockets trail by 8. Outside Whitmore. Green, a screen. Now Whitmore. Six to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Tate. Uncovered. Pippen, no good. Rockets trail by 6. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Landale. Landale with a screen. They swipe it. Here's Wells. Still without a bucket.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Whitmore. And it's good. Well, hang on here.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
And we've reached... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. So the Rockets 5 now. We've got Green, Alperon Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Brooks in at the 3.
And for Green, it's about focusing on taking high percentage shots. When he does this, he's an effective player.
Pass to Edey. Jackson outside. Outside for Moran. Off target with the 3. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Eason a screen on Jackson. Here's Green. Ooh, Green with a vicious dunk.
That is a dunk contest worthy move. Green just putting on a show right there.
Easton with a steal. Thompson finds Şengün. And Şengün throw it down. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Thompson against Morant. Pass to Edey. Count that bucket. Edey's got this first bucket of the night.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
And here's Green from the arc. Green with the long ball.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Morant. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Morant's got 22 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Şengün, a screen on Morant. Outside, Green. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Morant against Thompson. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Outside Bain. Thompson with a steal. He takes it in. Outside for Brooks. Şengün, a screen on Morant. Pass to Green. Here's Şengün from outside the arc. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Houston.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Over to the wing. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Edey's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Şengün, a screen on Bain. Pass to Easton. Shot clock at 5. Brooks, a screen on Jackson. Here's Easton. Offensive board. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Up top, Morant, defended by Thompson. Here's Edey. Jackson surveying the D. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Outside, Green. Late clock, Houston's got to hurry. Here's Şengün.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Morant with it. Pass to Edey. Launches a 3. And knocks down the 3.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout, Grizzlies. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line. No one said it was going to be easy.
5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. No good. And so it's the Rockets who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really
time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health. Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Murray for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Morant left side, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Brown the pass to Murray. The tray. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Jokic. Good. Nice job down low.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Here's Gordon. Grizzlies with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Baines, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Morant, following the score by Aaron Gordon.
This is how athletic Morant is, a point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Murray for 3, sinks the triple. Murray's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nuggets.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And then Morant slams it in.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Here's Brown. Still scoreless. For 3, Murray. 80 with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Bain kicks to Morant. Driving in. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Brown's shot is off. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Murray. He has 6. Gordon with a screen on Morant. Murray, no good. Morant against Murray. Morant surveying the D. Dives to the hoop. Here's Heaney. And it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Aaron Jackson is out there with G.G. Jackson. And it's Huff in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the basket is good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially...
And we all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's Morant. Count that one as his 7th bank in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Inside, here's Heaney. Out to Morant. Memphis moving that ball around. Bane, no good. The Nuggets trail by 19. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Pass to Watson. 5 on the clock. Will it go? And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Morant. The Nuggets had made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Watson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Watson with the basket on the assist by Gordon.
Like the presence of mind displayed there by Gordon. He plays well within the offensive sets and is really a selfless player.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus.
He's got a well-rounded game. Murray can score from just about anywhere. And the more points he gets inside, the more space he gets outside.
And a strong finish with two hands.
Yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And he gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
From deep, Jokic. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. Pass to Strother. Here's Najee. Looking to end the run. Nailed from three-point land. And the Grizzlies leading by 17. Morant with it. He's got 20. And then Morant slams it in.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So on the floor for Denver, Dario Saric is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2 spot. Pass to Huff. Here's Wells. Those 3-pointers off the mark. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath. I mean, it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Huff. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Huff's got 6 points.
Yeah, it's such a sweet 3-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
To the paint. And then Clark slams it in.
And did they really just pull that off?
I think they did, Greg. Astounding play.
Yeah, guys, I tell you what, there are alley-oops, and then there are alley-oops upside your head.
Here's Pippen. 90 seconds now into the second half. They set the pick, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The shot by Sharch, no good. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in two-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in three-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
Pippen dishes to Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Najee. It's rebounded by Memphis. High post, Pippen. Still without a basket. Huff passes to Pippen. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Najee, no good. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother, Powell, play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. And Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Clark sets a screen for Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good by Clark.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Westbrook passes to Najee. Kennard against Westbrook. All sorts of time. Here's Najee. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Porter's got his first basket of the night. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Pass to Huff. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 6 assists in the game.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Memphis has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half.
Nuggets foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection.
I want to talk about those incredibly soft suction cup hands there, not only to make the catch, but to lay it in, too.
And so it's Memphis, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge... And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Denver shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Jackson in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Out to Morant. To the inside. And then Morant rams it in.
I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Up top, Morant. He's covered by Watson. Fades. Outside for Jackson. Morant outside. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morant's got 29.
And how about the catch and fire there from Morant? He's got the endless confidence in his abilities.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Bane against Murray. Now, here's Bane. He's tightly guarded. Out to Morant. Lets it go with the three. And Jokic with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. For 3, Murray. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Bane's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant outside. Inside. Jackson up top for 3. It's hauled in by Jokic.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
They get it back. Pass to Murray. Denver passing it around. Gordon a screen. Fires the 3. Drains the three-pointer.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Morant. And finished up by Morant.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Heaney. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Watson for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant outside. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson misses. Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Morant outside. Banked in off the glass. Morant's got 33.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Nuggets with another miss. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
by Green. Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Houston, Green out there with Thompson. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Brooks in at small forward. Şengün a screen on Murray. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions. But tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Outside for Brooks. Green for 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Murray passes to Brown. Takes it inside. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Green. Pass to Şengün. Beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Green.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
This one for 3. The shot by Brown, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. And I asked him about their matchup against the multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. He told me, quote, Jokic is going to find a way to impact the game. We just need to make it tough on him. We have to bring the physicality and be cognizant of other guys cutting to the rim. We'll see how their defense holds up, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you. The ball's knocked loose. Thompson with a steal. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
And that's just outstanding work in transition. Green knowing where he needs to get to in these spots.
Pass to Brown. To end the run. It's hauled in by Houston.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And that one's good. Green.
This is where Green is most effective. He's got a great feel for scoring inside.
Gordon with a screen on Green. Brown passes to Gordon. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Whoa, Aaron Gordon looking like he's in a slam dunk contest right there.
And there's Şengün. That one's good. On the assist by Green. Şengün's got 6.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Porter gets the bucket.
Yeah, we're seeing the competitive spirit of Porter Jr. as he responds with the 3 of his own.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a 3rd or 4th guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you gotta play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Outside for Brooks. Pass to Şengün. Thompson in the post. No points so far. Eason, good. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Green. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
First team foul.
Eason, a screen on Murray. Green with the ball. Checked by Gordon. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Murray from outside. Easton pulls it in. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Brooks. Defense is right there. Pass to Şengün. The 3. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Şengün. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Jalen Green making highlight. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score often.
They've got Dylan Brooks. Amen Thompson out there with Jalen Green. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Eason in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Clock at 6. Launches it. Houston gets it back. Şengün passes to Eason. 3-pointer off the mark. Nuggets trail by 9. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. And here's Denver. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, BA. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Thompson finds Şengün. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Şengün's got 12 points.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Murray, a screen on Green. Here's Brown. Gets the 3 ball to go. 5 points in the game.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Green against Murray. Pass to Şengün. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter. Here's Green. He's got 9. Outside Eason. There's the 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. Eason's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Murray, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Green, the pass to Eason. Back to Green. Eason, a screen on Murray. Pass to Eason. And he drives in. Out to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Green for 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
2 minutes.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets.
2 minutes.
17-point game. Here's Brown. Lets it go from deep. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, BA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Şengün finds Eason. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Jokic outside. The offensive rebound. Easton with a steal. Thompson outside. Back to Şengün. On the wing, Brooks. Left side, Green. Back come the Nuggets on the run. And here's Jokic outside. Knocked loose. Houston leading by 14. Green, the pass to Thompson. Hits the trifecta. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check. Gets caught showboating there. But hey, he had room. You just don't get many chances to add some style. Sometimes you got to go for it.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Green with the ball. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Outside, Green. Thompson outside. Easton, the pass to Green. 4 on the clock. Takes the three. It doesn't go for him. He gets it up. That one is off. And so it's Houston looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. And the three ball has been huge in building this lead. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
On the court for the Nuggets, they've got Russell Westbrook. Hayden Watson is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Strother in at the 2. Over to the left wing. Here's Strother. Whitmore defending. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Green. Houston leading by 17. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Here's Westbrook. Smith with the rebound. Well, Houston's shooting the rock at 58%. Outside, Green. Here's Whitmore outside. Drills it from deep. Whitmore's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Screen by Watson. Westbrook, the pass to Watson. Now Jordan. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Watson. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
3 points.
Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Smith outside. Here's Landale. He shoots a 3. He can't hit that time. Here's Strother. Pass to Chanchar. The shot from 20 feet out. It's hauled in by Landale. The Rockets lead by 17. Outside, Green. Smith with it. Jordan picks him up. Smith no good. Denver has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Watson. And again, Denver with a 3.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Landale. Smith with it. Back to Landale. Here's Whitmore. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Russell Westbrook. Houston shooting their first free throw of the evening. And that one misses. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
2 minutes.
Off target from three-point range. The Rockets lead by 16. Smith outside. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now. Fires the three. Strawther no good. The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Landale. Back to Tate. Here's Landale. Inside. Outside for Green. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Green's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Tate against Westbrook. Pass to Chanchar. 59 seconds left in the third. Jordan, the pass to Watson. Three-pointer. Westbrook can't hit. Houston has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Now Tate. Outside Whitmore. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Denver. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Landale. Smith outside. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Offensive rebound. Now Watson. Jacks up a 3. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Rockets on top. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Tari Eason is out there with Alperon Şengün. Then it's Green, then it's Thompson, and it's Brooks in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Pass to Green. Şengün, a screen on Gordon. Green. Rebounded by Denver.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
And here's Jokic, beyond the arc. Rebounded by Green. Now here's Thompson. 4-3. Houston with another miss. Nuggets trail by 19. Pass to Brown. Launches it from deep. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passing.
Şengün with it. And here's Green from the arc. They get it again. Eason, the pass to Brooks. Now Thompson. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Şengün. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Rockets lead by 18. Here's Brown. That three's off the mark. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. Tipped away. And stolen by Murray. Jokic against Şengün. Porter from outside. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brooks from outside. Rebounded by Denver.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And Gordon with the big finish.
The defense can't allow Gordon to get into the lane. He's just too explosive once he gets a step.
Green, the pass to Eason. Pass to Şengün from downtown. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Şengün with it. Checked by Gordon. Pass to Eason. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Brown. The Rockets pull it in. Brooks has got 5 rebounds tonight. Murray against Green. Out to the right wing. Here's Şengün. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 7th assist here tonight. Nuggets trail by 19. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The Rockets have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Rockets.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Alperen Şengün.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Jokic passes to Brown. Back to Jokic. Murray against Green. Pass to Jokic. Şengün with a steal. Outside Eason. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Thompson. Brooks with it. Now Porter defending. Brooks, the pass to Eason. Just 5 to shoot. Şengün with it. Brooks outside. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Murray passes to Gordon. Looking to win the run. Off target. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul. Houston on D. Morant with it. Now defended by Şengün. Back to Morant. Bane with the screen on Thompson. Pass to Bane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Thompson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have. A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
Morant kicks to Jackson. The 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Green in the post. Guarded by Morant. Brooks misses. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Jackson against Eason. Jackson passes to Jackson. Morant sets a screen for Jackson. To the wing right side. Morant dishes to Jackson. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Rockets ball.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Green taking his time here. Screen by Şengün. And Green slams it in.
Well, one of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
Jackson a screen on Brooks. Bane against Brooks. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Bane.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Out to Thompson. Takes a 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Now here's Morant. Down low, Jackson. Eason grabs the board. Here's Houston now. Big stretch here going 10-2. Eason with a screen for Green. Floats one, and the rejection by Jackson.
Houston ball.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Şengün. Here's the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Şengün with a screen on Morant. Pass to Şengün, and it's Brooks in the corner. And he's good on the 3 ball.
and he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Thompson against Morant. Jackson a screen on Brooks. Payne for three. Thompson with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Right side Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Pass to Şengün. There's the drive. And it's nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so it's Houston in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Tari Easton is out there with Brooks. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Thompson in at the 2-guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoff, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Eason, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Grizzlies trail by 9. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Bane.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Şengün with a screen on Morant. Snatched away. Jackson against Brooks. To the middle. Here's Huff. Nails the baby hook.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Şengün with a screen on Morant. Şengün with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Huff. Pass to Morant. He's off on that one. Good D by Thompson. Rockets leading by 7. Eason with a screen for Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got 6 points. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's Morant with the drive.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Edie's checked in for Memphis. It's Morant with the drive. And Morant throws it down.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Şengün with a screen on Morant. Green in the post. Guarded by Morant. Şengün with a wide open look. And another 3 for Houston.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Jackson kicks to Bain. To the left side wing. Pocket 6. 80 can't hit.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Morant. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Thompson.
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me.
So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morant with the screen on Eason. Jackson passes to Morant. Takes it off the glass. And that's now 9 points for John Morant.
Closer in, look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Pass to Şengün. Fires from deep. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
The Grizzlies shooting just their 2nd attempt at the line tonight. On the wing, Brooks.
NBA 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Şengün, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Rockets. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Alperen Şengün has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Luke Kennard. Clark is out there with Wells. Then it's Pippen. And it's Huff in its center. Green taking his time here. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now. That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
In the corner, Smith with it. Overwhelmed. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
Pippen kicks to Clark. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Whitmore. By himself. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down. You feel bad for the rim.
Now, here's Kennard. Whitmore defending. They set the pick. Pippen, the pass to Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. The shot, no good. Rockets leading by 10. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years. RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over.
2 minutes.
We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be on to something, David. Thank you. Here's Landale, and he banks in the layup. Landale's got the lead up to 13 now for Houston.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Pass to Wells, beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Wells has got himself on the board with 3 there.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Out to Smith, takes the 3. No good that time.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Clark. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Pass to Landale. Now here's Pippen. Whitmore defending. Wells' shot is good.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Driving to the basket. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
Here's Pippen. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Smith outside. The quick look, no good that time.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Now here's Wells. Defense is right there. Pass to Kennard. Here's Huff. Guarded by Green. Fades and shoots. Huff, no good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Here's Whitmore. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Houston in the driver's seat. Up it. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Houston leading by 8. We've got Alperon Şengün. Jalen Green is out there at Thompson. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Eason in at the 4. It's the 5 for Houston right now. On the wing, Brooks. Guarded by Jackson. And the dunk by Eason.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Morant. Here's Jackson. And Thompson sends it back. And they recover it. Back to Morant. Stolen by Brooks. Morant with the steal. Here's Payne. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
There is no secret that Jackson Jr. can score. The D was a little over-aggressive there.
And, Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Morant against Green. Brooks with no one around. Out to Thompson. Back to Eason. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Eason's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Bain with the screen on Eason. Jackson got that bucket.
This is where you want Jackson Jr. going to town. He's got a nice soft touch around the rim.
Green against Morant. Pass to Şengün. And he finishes nicely on the way up. Şengün's got 19 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Thompson with it. Now defended by Bain. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Bain with the screen on Thompson. Got that bucket in no time at all.
If Morant knocks those down consistently, you got zero chance on defense.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Pass to Şengün. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Bain. Here's Edey. To the inside. Here's Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Thompson.
You know John Morant's such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
He hits both from the stripe.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Morant against Green. Şengün with the screen on Morant. Pass to Şengün. In the corner, it's Eason. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Eason's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets. Here's Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Forget the long-range shots. Ja wants to challenge you down low.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
They kick it out to Green. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shot by Eason. No good. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. 7-point differential.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo! One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Pass to Şengün. 1:14 left here in the fourth quarter. And Şengün throws it down.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Rockets leading by 7. Outside, Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. Şengün against Jackson. Here's Eason. Sinks the three-pointer.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Morant with the bucket. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. And another three for Houston.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
15 seconds left in the game. Jackson kicks to Bain. Just 4 to shoot. Driving the lane.
Desmond Payne.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a